Hey y'all, it's your girl Shemay Speaks. I know it's been a while since I've been making my videos. I'm out here, my favorite park over here in Brentwood. So I just left church and I don't make my videos as much as I used to, but when I feel compelled, like shall I say when the spirit hits me, I do. And so what I wanted to come today and say is that there was something that happened to me a couple months ago, well, almost a few months ago. And it is something that I never ever in my life would think would happen to me. And you guys will hear about it one day, probably in one of my books, somewhere else maybe, but I won't say exactly what it was. I will say that it was one of the worst things that ever happened to me. And at first, when it happened, it's been absolutely crazy, a crazy situation. And I really I felt like I had to question God, like, why would this happen to me? I don't understand. Like, I'm not a bad person. You start to have that pity party, that why me party. And I was like, why would this happen to me? I mean, I do good. I give back to my community. I'm a substitute teacher. I help kids. I help anyone that I can help. I inspire others. I help others become authors. I do all these amazing, great things. So why would this happen to me? I don't understand it. Why? I've cried about it. I've prayed about it. And I know some of you guys that follow me on Facebook are like, what is she talking about? What is she going through? But it's just something that, for right now, it's just going to be to myself. Some of my friends know, and I really appreciate every single friend who stepped out and helped me with what I asked for and things like that. So I'll shout out to y'all. But what I'm saying today is to say this. No, I've said it before in posts. No one is exempt from misfortunes. And it's not to say that I thought that I was. It's just when this happened to me, it was just like so out of this world and so I couldn't put my finger. I still can't put my finger on it. And it's ongoing. But I'm steadfast in believing that God did everything for a reason. And, I've heard messages and you've heard people say that he didn't do it to you, he did it for you. So for me, when I left church today, I just really felt like he did this for me. And it's horrible, but he did it for me. And I know that one day, when that day comes, it'll be a message for someone and it will inspire someone. Because I know that, I don't know why exactly yet. I think I'm still sorting through why he did it for me. But I know he didn't do it to me, even though I felt like that in the very initial point of this happening. But I do know that he does things for you, not necessarily to you. But you're only able to differentiate the difference if you trust him and if you don't linger in sadness and things like that for long. I had to pick myself up out of that sadness. So there are moments where I'm depressed about it and I'm like, oh my God, but I still have all these amazing things going on. So I have so much great things to focus on versus focusing on this nonsense. And I say that, Lisa Nichols said, it's okay to press pause, but don't press stop. So there are times in the midst of this storm that I have to press pause because he did it for me, not to me, right? And there's times where I get discouraged and I have to press pause and soak it in, pick back up the pieces and keep it moving. And then I don't ever press stop because I'm not stopping nothing that I'm doing no matter what I'm going through. I can't let it break me. I trust in God and I know that it'll work out. And even if it doesn't work out the exact way I want it to, I know that it will work out because he did it for me. And one day it'll be a message for someone else. It will be an extreme, amazing message, honestly. I'm a writer, so I will more than likely write it in a book one day. But like I said, sometimes you have to understand that he does it for you, not to you. But if you're lingering in stress, depression, and sadness, which is easy to do when you're going through things that are super tough like this, but you stay steadfast in church and prayer. And I think a lot of people get the misconception that, oh, you go to church, you got to be perfect. That's not what it's about. And I know that at the previous church that I used to attend, they always did say, if we're imperfect people serving a perfect God. And I firmly believe that. So you're in church, that doesn't mean that you are perfect. That doesn't mean that you do everything according to the plan, but you try your best and you have the intentions to do those things. So my faith cannot be deterred by nothing that I'm going through, because I just can't. And and thinking about something else too, Miss Keisha Frowner, she's an amazing woman who stepped out. She's featured in 2 of my books, well 3 actually, because she did the foreword for Broken into Brilliance, but she has an amazing message that is called Start Where You Are. So you have to start where you are. You can't think that you have to do things a certain way in order to start business and follow your goals and follow your dreams and press forward in life. You just got to start where you are. The fact is, start, right? And like Lisa Nichols says, like I just said, you can press play, but never press stop. So in the midst of my storm that I'm going through, I'm going to still I'm still praying about, like, why God, why me? I do all these good things. Why would this happen to me? I don't understand it. But again, I know that it happened for me, and I know that the message that is going to come from it is going to outweigh this turmoil and this storm. And I can't afford to linger in pity. I can't afford to linger in stress and regret and depression. But what I can afford to do is trust God and know that it will work out. Because at the end of this, I do declare victory. So remember that things don't always happen to you, they happen for you. Go ahead and check out my website, writeitawaypublishing.com. If you want to become an author, let me know. Have a blessed, amazing Sunday. And maybe share this message with someone you think needs to hear it.